Ladies and gentlemen, our world is crumbling around us, and there is one group to blame. That's Gen Z, the youth. They're terrible people. What am I basing this on? Well, they still love Joe Biden, which is hilarious.
Look, if...
But also, this. All of this. Everything in this video is what I'm basing this on. I have enormous amounts of evidence. Shall we take a look? Oh, and by the way, I'm on tour in America and Australia over the next couple of months. Grab your tickets at isaacbutterfield.com. Yeah, very good.
Okay, so this dude thinks he can be in the women's bathroom.
This girl is a fucking racist ass white bitch. Racist ass white bitch.
I'm calling security.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot. Okay, so there's a late man in the bathroom, and that person's got toilet paper on their feet. There's a man in the bathroom, a female's bathroom, a woman's bathroom, and this lady's confronting him. This comes from libs of TikTok.
Okay, so this dude thinks he can be in the women's bathroom.
This girl is a fucking racist ass white bitch.
Why are you racist if you tell a dude to get out of the bathroom? For people out there who aren't white people, this is a question for you. Does it really get under your skin when people use the race card way too quickly? I mean, obviously I don't know what that's like, but I just feel that would be it's almost demeaning to your culture to blame everything on race. Anything that happens to you that's upsetting or annoying, or it makes you feel bad, you blame it on race. Obviously there are situations where race is to blame and people are treating you poorly because of your race, and that's horrible. It should never happen, but doing it every time? That can't make you feel good. This dude, why are you even in the women's bathroom? Why? It seems to be this whole disconnect between what gender actually is that's causing things like this to happen. You should not be a man in the female's bathroom ever. Yeah. What does that mean? Well, I can't really say what I mean by that on YouTube, but if you've got a penis, don't go in there.
Racist ass white bitch.
I'm calling security right now.
And you're fucking assaulting her. That's... Fuck off, mate.
Okay, how much money does a guy need to earn to date you?
Okay, this is from the Whatever podcast. Let's see. She has been asked how much a guy should earn a year to date her. Now, bearing in mind, is she, and you gotta weigh these things up. Is she some out of everyone's league type of girl? Is she a fucking glamour? Let's ask all those questions. And just by looking at her, I'm gonna say no to all of those. But how much does she think?
500K.
500? Who the fuck makes 500K a year, you idiot?
Whoa.
What? By saying whoa.
You realize that's like
1%.
That's 1%.
We're talking 500 American dollars too, which is about 6.4 trillion Australian dollars. That's a lot.
1%.
It's possible.
Of course it's possible.
Possible
It is
isn't
possible.
necessarily probable. And you have how many kids?
3.
You have 3 kids. What do you bring to the table except for 3 fucking kids?
You are a sex worker. You're an escort.
Shut the fuck up,
Didn't
lady.
you adjust your standards to be a little
No.
more realistic?
No.
No. This is something I've spoken about for many years. This whole idea that you deserve something. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve that. You don't deserve shit, mate. You don't deserve anything. No one deserves anything. You get what you achieve. All right? Don't just sit there and say, oh, I deserve this. Talking out of your ass.
You'd rather be alone than lower your standards from
Yes.
500K a year.
I mean, I got other standards too, but it's like that money-wise, yes.
Who would date, who? All right? For those of you who make 500K in the comment section, who would go after this chick? If you make that much cash, you can go out and get some pretty good fish from the sea. You're gonna throw her back. You're gonna throw her back.
I mean, I
So-
don't want a short dude.
How tall are you?
5'2", 5'3",
What's the minimum height for a guy?
6 foot or taller. But
You want a 6-foot dude who makes $500,000 a year and you're bringing 3 kids to a table and you're a 2 out of 10. I mean, we all have dreams, I guess. Okay. Okay, someone's labeled this as a mental illness crisis. How dare you? This is how someone identifies. This is very important in Gen Z's life. That's disgusting for you to say that. Shame on you. 1,000 shames. This is very regular to see this. I am very big supporters of I guess this is a furry. I'm a big supporter of the furry community. I think it's beautiful what they do, and it's not strange at all that you dress up as an animal and shit in a fucking box. That's heaps normal. You're regular. I love you. Fuck. And just, doesn't this make you feel better about your existence on this planet? It makes me feel a whole lot more normal. Yeah. Holy dooly. That's beautiful. I see a lot of people on Instagram that I've known for years that they, okay, they're just women that I've known since school and stuff, who start doing pole dancing, and you think to yourself, can you not just, like, I know you're doing it for exercise, but isn't there like 1,000 better exercises than pole dancing? Can you do one that's not sexual, that strippers don't do? Can't you just go to the gym? Couldn't you get on a treadmill? What about an exercise bike? Why are you dancing sexually on a pole?
You got this.
I don't think she does have it, if she identifies as a she. And if she doesn't, I'm very sorry.
Yep, pirouette.
Pirouette, yep. That was the classiest pirouette I've ever seen. Leg around.
Nice. Yes! So good. Good.
I'm not going to make a joke about the building collapsing because that pole is a support structure for the building. I'm not going to make that joke.
Nice.
That's not funny at all.
Good. And then sweep it, bring it up, peel. Yes!
Now listen, there's nothing wrong with overweight people doing this. I disagree with myself. Moving on. In 3 years' time, your father could turn into your mother. Okay, very good. We'll turn the music off and we'll put some elegant and fancy royalty-free music there. So your father becomes your mother. Turning around, spinning around, and that's confusing for everybody, I guess. And they blew their face. Okay. I will say this. As long as you're a loving parent, I don't think it matters if you transition at all. It's the same as if you're a gay parent. It doesn't matter. As long as you're loving and caring, who gives a shit? There's heaps of straight people that are terrible parents. But it would be interesting to see what effect this has on the child. Maybe they grow up to be completely normal, completely fine. Or maybe they don't. So I guess it's case by case. But what we should be able to do is ask the question, does that affect the child? Because if it does, then maybe you as the parent should think about it. Or maybe it doesn't at all. Maybe we're looking too far into it. And maybe the reality of the situation is this. Most trans people are just completely regular people. And it's the outrageous ones, the ones who are the vocal minority, that ruin it for everybody else. That's probably closer to the truth, wouldn't you agree?
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy.
Nope, you're just very fat. Okay, we got someone here before coming out. So she must be a lesbian now, I guess. Before coming out, she's a young girl eating watermelon, congratulations. Just a normal looking young, oh my Jesus. Oh, wow. That's not, that's how she was born. She was born that way. Okay, no one asked any questions. That's completely, like, it's fine. I hope she's happy, but I don't understand how that's happened. That's a lot of, like, you put in a lot of work to go from, like, an okay looking human being and turn it into fucking, a bricklayer. You've become you look like a bricklayer. What the fuck happened? Oh, okay. Let me explain this one. So this is a very popular movement amongst Gen Z, the new generation coming into the world. This is an ad funded by the Victorian government in Australia, a state in Australia. Their government, the taxpayers have funded this. This is all about accepting transgender people. So let's have a look. Come on in. What are they doing in this? They're playing AFL, a sport which relies on strength, speed, skill, and all that type of shit. We're in this together. We're glad you're on the team. You belong with us. Now, this is a trans person who belongs in society, yes. It should be accepted, absolutely. But does, now she, used to be a he, belong on a female team in a collision-based sport when they used to be a man? Even though this is a government-funded advertisement and statement from that government, the answer is no. Trans women do not belong in sports where collisions are involved. where pain is involved. It's unfair in a lot of different sports, whether it's fucking running or swimming or whatever, but forget about all those for a moment. If you are running into people, potentially causing them harm to their brains and their bodies, and you used to be a man, that's not fair at all. You don't belong there. Sorry. The unsaid says a lot. Well, I'm fucking saying it. I'm saying it, and everyone's saying it. So think about what you're really saying. Learn more about trans and gender diverse communities. If they're playing on an all trans team, then okay, that's fine, but they're not authorised by the Victorian government. You should vote that government out, Victoria. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this is apparently the kids section at Books Indigo in Calgary. I guess that's Canada, right? What the kids are talking about. Let's zoom in. Prince and Knight. Oh, they're falling in love. Love makes a family with lots of little rainbows. Meet Jim Egan. Being You. Pride Puppy. These are what the kids are reading. This is good. RuPaul. Drag Race. Very nice. 'Twas the Night Before Pride. The Queen's English. Gorgeously Me. I know these books have nice sentiments at heart. They're trying to teach people that they can be themselves. I think genuinely the sentiment behind these books is nice, but is it propaganda? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know. We have a young man here dancing. He may have some issues. There's an interesting flag in the background. Let's move on.
I am a cow, chicken, and a pig. My entire life I've been abused and crammed into a very small dark place where I can barely move my body. I go mentally insane from the force.
This guy should be on like America's Got Talent.
Nothing but suffering. I am forced to live in my home and be.
Hey, you're doing a great job, vegans. I appreciate you, but let me ask you this question really quickly. You see the clothes you're wearing? How many of those were made in sweatshops with very young people making them? You could sing those lyrics that you just sung about the kids that made your clothes, and yet you don't care because it's not fashionable and you weren't indoctrinated into that way of thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that there are good people in this next generation. I'm sure they are there, but they need to learn to be a whole lot more vocal, because from my point of view and people looking at your community and at your generation, you happen to be perhaps the most dangerous generation of all. You're not good people. Fuck you to the moon. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stinks. Toodle au revoir. Bye-bye.